Hey man, what's the law of sines? Like, what does that mean? What is it used? What is it used for? What do you do? I don't know. Let's see.
The law of sines says the sine of alpha over A equals the sine of beta over B equals the sine of gamma over C. I think that's gamma. I'm pretty sure it's gamma. I'm going to say that. It's like a little Y with a loop. So it says this but it has the law of sines says all of these three things, but it has a specific picture, and that picture is any triangle. It doesn't have to be a right triangle. Ooh, that was a good triangle. But here's the key fact about this. Alpha, the angle alpha, because those are all angles, alpha is going to be opposite side A. Beta is going to be opposite side B. So the angle beta is going to be opposite B. And the last one, gamma, it's like a Y with a little curly down there. Gamma is going to be opposite side, C. So that's very, very, very important. The angles are opposite, like those are opposites, those are opposites, those are opposites. So that's something that you should write down. The angles are opposite their respective sides. So remember that. The law of sines.
So dude, what's it used for? It's used to solve any triangle. It doesn't have to be a right triangle. It could be any triangle. You know? I don't really like these paintings. Can we take these paintings down? So let's do some examples. Can we do an example? I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah. So it says solves the triangle, and it gives us three of these things. So first step is to draw the triangle, and alpha is going to be 35. So maybe I'll say 35. That's alpha. So that has to be A. The side opposite alpha has to be A. And then beta is 15. So the side opposite beta has to be B. And then C is 5. So that means this angle has to be gamma. And then I can start. I can do this. This is very easy. I just use the law of sines, which is this thing. And I have a way to get the gamma. How do we get gamma? We already have two of the angles, and I know for triangles, I have to add up to 180. So that means if I take all the 35 plus the 15 plus gamma, that must equal 180, because it's a triangle. This is a triangle of degrees that have to equal 180. So that means gamma is 130. So that's something I can figure out right away, 130. So gamma equals 130. So that's easy. Now I'm going to set up the law of sines equations. Notice, though, I don't have to use all three at the same time. I'm not going to write all three of these. I'm going to write one of them. I mean, they all equal each other, so I can actually say this is equal to this. That's completely fine, because they're all equal to each other. But the fraction that I know both values for is gamma in this case. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to say sine of 130 degrees over 5, that's our C value, over 5, that's going to be equal to, well, any one of these. Sine of 15 degrees over B. And then I'm going to make another equation, so that's, for that part, I can solve for B very easily. And then I'm going to make another equation, sine of 130 degrees divided by 5. And that's going to be equal to the other one, sine of 35 over A. And then I can use that to solve for A. It's very simple. So I could cross multiply here, right? And then I would get B sine 130 equals 5 sine 15. And then divide both sides by sine of 130. Sine of 130. So b equals 5 sine 15 over sine of 130. And that means b is approximately 1.69. I'm rounding to the nearest decimal place. It says solve the triangle, so that means I need to find all angles and all side lengths. And I'll do that over here as well. Same idea. Cross multiply. Divide by sine of 130. So that means a is approximately 3.74, and I found the rest of the values that I needed to solve the triangle. It's very easy. So that's when they give you two angles and a side. That's really easy. Two angles and a side. You can always figure, if they give you two angles and a side, you're good to go. That's the easiest case. What if they give you two sides and an angle? You know, I think we'll do this in a second part, in a part 2 video. So, yeah, part 2 coming up.